day is it? Oh my goodness. It's Halloween. Just realized it's Halloween. Maybe that has something to do with the way I feel. I'm being haunted. I'm being haunted today. Hello, Sandra Lynn. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Triple Cheese Mac. I think I really am being haunted today. Not haunted by ghosts, but haunted by my thoughts. Haunted by my thoughts a little bit. Happy Halloween, Sandra Lynn. Thanks for joining. I'm just gonna drink some coffee. I'm gonna start with some coffee. I'm gonna skip my intro. Should I skip my intro? Should I skip my intro? Should I just drink? Yeah, I'm gonna just skip my intro and go right into the coffee. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for anybody that loves my intro. I mean, maybe I'll accidentally, just out of old habit, fall into it a little later in the show. Maybe I'll start mumbling it backwards. Incoherent guttural sounds. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is October 31st, Halloween. It is 6:11 a.m. Happy Thursday. It's a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings. I tell you what, when you got horridly negative feelings, when you got horridly negative feelings, and you do a show every morning that's about sharing your feelings, you know, you're going, crap. I don't want to talk about that. I've got nothing but negative feelings going on. I've got nothing but negative feelings going on. Thank you so much for the heart me, Stacy. Seriously. So anyway, it's a show about me sharing some feelings. So I'll share them in a little bit. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me sharing my feelings. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. See, look at this. I'm smiling, I'm laughing. I mean, I've been smiling and laughing from the moment I got out of bed. But I think I'm laughing at myself. I may not be laughing with myself. I'm not sure, but we'll get to that. For those that have been watching, well, you know it's not just a show about me talking or sharing. You know, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I'm so excited to have my second or third sip today. And my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. I mean, first two sips almost didn't count, did they? They were really quick. They were small ones. This is the one, these are the ones that really count. It's the pumpkin spice. Oh, yeah. I mean, what other? I didn't even know it was Halloween when I was picking out the coffee. But what other coffee would I have on this Halloween but pumpkin spice? Tyler says he's not sure how they determined that. I don't know what any of that means, Tyler. I don't know what it is that you're not sure or who they are or what that is. So I am totally confused by your comment, but that's okay. That's okay. I woke this morning feeling confused. Woke a few times during the night. I woke questioning my sanity. I woke questioning my sanity. Maybe I still am. I Had a day yesterday. I was feeling a little, I mean, I enjoyed most of it, but there was some stuff in it. Uh, oh, there was some stuff in it that I didn't like so much. So I went for a walk last night. I didn't work yesterday, so I think when you don't work, it gives you a lot of time to reflect. And I had a lot of time to reflect yesterday, and a lot of time to deal with issues with certain people in my life that I wish I didn't have to deal with. Good morning, Josh Ogran. Oh, but I had to deal with them. Tried to ignore them for a while. I did my best to ignore them. I engaged with them for a little bit. Didn't go particularly well. Woke up during the night, had a long thought about it, shared it. Had a memory from my college days. I reached out to one of my best friends still, who was a buddy of mine in college, and told him something that I haven't probably told anybody, or addressed something that I haven't told anybody from my college days about our fraternity life. Yeah. So let me have another sip of coffee. Somebody asked if I have kids. I've got 4 of them. I've got 4 beautiful little, and they're not little. I mean, 2 are big, 2 are like full size, 2 are little. But I've got 4 beautiful children, and I am blessed for that. But what do you do when you question your sanity? What do you do? You think about things you're grateful for. You go for walks at night listening to a positive affirmation audio that you found on YouTube. You wake in the morning and your mind's racing and you're thinking of conflict in your life and you're thinking of issues and challenges in your life and you're struggling to quiet down your mind. And you start wondering, is this anxiety or is this insanity? And you don't know. You don't know. What do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So maybe the key word out of that is expecting. So maybe the fact that I hope to wake up feeling calm and peaceful in my mind is where the insanity comes in. I was in a horridly toxic relationship once in my life, we'll just say that. And I kept going back to the woman. I remember talking to my friends going, I know she's crazy. And I'm crazy to keep going back. And that's my craziness. So I must be crazy as well. Because I know she's crazy. Yet I keep going back. Which gets me back to my own sanity. And to positive affirmations. And I'll tell you, I popped them on this morning as I got out of bed and started making my coffee and getting dressed. I can't be the only one that feels this way. I can't be the only one that feels this way. You know how I know? Because listening to those positive affirmations were as if they were written for me. Everything the guy said, I mean, I said, well, that's true, but holy crap, I feel, yeah, I guess you're right about that. I do wake with determination every day. I am resilient. I am strong and outgoing. But boy, this still sucks. I'm struggling. And I think some people watch my show, or I'll meet people, and I almost think I'm coming to grips with my own sanity or lack thereof. I mean, I know I struggle in relationships. I know I struggle working in a corporate setting. I know I have struggles sleeping at times, but not horrific. I know for most of my life, the only way I dealt with all the stuff going on in my mind was to drink. And I wonder how many of us out there drink for the same reasons, or work out for the same reasons, or are struggling with similar thoughts, or how unique or rare my thoughts and my fears and my panic are. Because, okay, I think that must be common. I think it must be fairly common because it's not only the positive affirmations. It's not only the positive affirmations, but if you go to church, I tell you what, go to church, even if you're a non-believer. I'm not sure where I fall on the belief scale. Hold on, let me drink a little more coffee. Go to church and listen to what they're saying. And if you're struggling with something, even if you don't believe the whole, centerpiece of the faith, maybe, the words they'll be saying that are written in the Bible will be, talking about your feelings and your struggles and your emotions that you're going through. Mississippi Mama Bear said, God talks to you. Isn't that pretty strong belief? Yeah, maybe it is. But sometimes you wonder if it's insanity masking itself as faith. Again, I'm laughing about it. There must be something good because I'm laughing about it. And there's nothing particularly horrific going on today. I mean, there's nothing. It doesn't matter what's going on for me. Hello, Miriam. Thank you so much for following the live creator. There's nothing specifically horrific that's going on today. I mean, nothing particularly different than has been going on the last 3 or 4 years, or probably most of my life, where life seems like it should be easier than it is. Like, I should have met a nice, beautiful woman when I was in college and got down on my knee and proposed and graduated college and gotten a job, and she and I should have bought the 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home with a white picket fence and had 2.5 kids and a dog named Spot. And I should have gone to work every day and worked my way up. Come home and rested my feet, then had some dinner, asked everyone at the family how their day was. And maybe I'm just imagining the Brady Bunch. And maybe that's not, maybe that's not the way life really is for 99 out of 100 of us. Truly, truly said, what's the key to resolution? Well, certainly gratitude's good, and certainly faith is good, but possibly the key to resolution might be acceptance. And maybe all my struggles are not unique to me. And maybe my perception that something's wrong with those struggles is my issue. Maybe if I woke up and said, well, la 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 la, I'm twice divorced, got ex-wife issues I'm dealing with. There's probably some connection to the financial issues that come with those, and then the issues you have trying to be a good dad or a father or the right dad. I don't want to get watery-eyed, but if I talk about fatherhood, I struggle. Acceptance is the last stage of grief. We control a lot of our destiny. Well, if acceptance is the last stage of our grief, and I'm just scratching the surface of acceptance, maybe that's a good sign. Truly asked if I feel like I'm being pulled in 20 different directions. No. I feel worried that something's wrong, and worried that my thoughts are somewhat unique, or worried that I'm crazy. And there's times I've worried I'm doing the wrong thing, and I should have a corporate job with the briefcase, but I'd struggle like hell in that setting. I think I'd fail miserably in that setting. I don't think I'm meant to be. I don't think I could be. I've got tons of friends that do those type of jobs, but those friends aren't like me. They do well. Yes, life might be easier if I was that way, but maybe for me, and maybe their lives aren't that easy. Maybe they struggle at work, and maybe they struggle in relationships. And maybe they wake up with doubt and fear as well. And maybe they just get up out of bed, get the coffee started, do their stretching, get in the shower, go to work, come home, and most of them probably crack a beer and drink a beer. And that's kind of their reward at the end of the day. Maybe they ask, that's how they deal with it. What 3 things am I best at? I mean, I thought of a few. One made me chuckle. I don't want to tell you. You think I'm bragging. Do you think, mowing God, that's not a good way to say it. That's not a good way to say it. I don't even like that question, mowing God. I'm almost gonna. Mowing God said, do you think you're an underachiever on purpose? I don't think I'm an underachiever. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're walking on a tightrope right now, mowing God, and I might tweak you off the line. Let me tell you. See a therapist. Really help my wayward son. I've seen therapists before. It does help. It does help. I'll tell you what is good about seeing a therapist for me is as soon as you make the appointment, you feel better. You feel like you're doing a little something for it. You feel like you're doing a little something for it. Somebody asked self-sabotage. Question mark. I don't know if this is self-sabotage. I mean, I think you guys are looking to define it in some way. As if we name it something. Oh, that's a sign of self-sabotage. I don't know. Maybe. Who do I think is more to blame with where things are at with the ex? I don't think there's really any blame. I think having exes is hard. I don't think having exes is hard. I think having exes is hard. I think being divorced is hard. I think, though, probably if you charted mental health of men or, addiction of men or, the darkest stuff that we could do, I think divorce probably, but I don't know if it's a symptom or the cause. Mikey Miami. I appreciate Mikey Miami. Gulp Buddy says, how can your viewers help? With a question mark. And I appreciate that question. But Mikey Miami said he's not asking for help. And that, I think, is true. That, I think, is made me happy. That made me smile. Because I'm not sharing this because I need help from you guys. I don't think. I think I'm sharing this so for you guys out there that are going through something similar can feel you're okay too. Does that make sense? Yeah, Gulp Buddies, I'm not asking for help. I maybe don't even need help. The only one that can really help me is me. Yeah, I'm not begging or saying, woe is me, or, oh, I'm screwed, or somebody did this for me. I'm sharing this so you guys that are watching, that are waking up with anxiety or waking up with career troubles or relationship troubles or whatever, I think there's enough of us out there that there's a market for this, that you need it, that you need it. Yeah. Maybe I found my niche. Maybe we're all going through stuff. And maybe me talking about my stuff, we can all relate to. I went to lunch with a friend the other day, and she said she came across my videos 3 years ago, and she was going through something in a relationship and could so relate to what I was talking about. And this is a woman a little older than me. But I think my struggles aren't unique to me. Like I said, if they were, there wouldn't be an audio of those positive affirmations that were speaking to me. And there wouldn't be the words that are written in the Bible that feel like they're written for me, but they were written thousands of years ago. yet they still speak to me. Well, to change the subject, Mississippi Mama Bear asked if I like Taylor Swift. Do I think she is a positive or negative influence on women? I mean, she's not my cup of tea. I don't own any of her CDs, and none of her songs are on my playlist. But I don't think she's designed or she's writing music for me. I mean, I'm 56. What is she, 35 or something like that? Was a very young woman, now still a young woman. Kind of telling her story through song. Telling her story through song. She has the hots for me. Hey. Wow. That's cool. I mean, honestly, I'm not that surprised. Truly said Stevie Nicks or Taylor Swift. I mean, there's certainly... Stevie Nicks was most popular before Taylor Swift was born. So I would say it's a somewhat strange comparison, other than they're both women and singers. I never cared for not Jethro Tull, Fleetwood Mac really, or Stevie Nicks particularly. Yeah. Okay. I've never had a Fleetwood Mac song on a playlist either, or a Stevie Nicks song on a playlist ever, or a Taylor Swift. So, okay, I'll just continue with this line of questioning. So if I had to pick Stevie Nicks or Taylor Swift, I'd say Taylor Swift. Yeah. I probably should get a little more coffee. I don't know how much I am for you today. Let me get a little more coffee. Oh, just me. That's not nice. I mean, I don't find either of them particularly intriguing in a romantic way. Just me asked it a lot cruder, so I'll give a G-rated spin on that question. Did my daughters go to the Eras tour? Is that the Taylor Swift concert that was just out? No. My older one wanted to or hoped to, and my younger one went to see the movie, but I think tickets were more than $1,000. Like more than $1,000. I mean, if my daughters, my older daughters, were going to see Taylor Swift, paying more than $1,000 for a ticket, and their dad, who's paying child support to him, is living in an extended stay, waiting tables, we got to go recalculate some things, I'll tell you that. No, I think they both like Taylor Swift a lot. I think they both like Taylor Swift a lot. Oh, it's Thursday morning. It is Thursday morning. And it's Halloween. I think it's another day off. I think that causes more stress for me than lack of stress. I think work is a good foundational thing to have on our schedule. Is a good foundational thing to have on our schedule. And as a realtor, I struggled because I didn't have a job that I had to go to on a daily basis. And as a waiter on my nights off, although I really like nights off, and I stayed home and after my walk watched The Godfather 2 last night, which was good. I've seen it a bunch lately. They seem to be playing it on a loop on Showtime. Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. I'll tell you, that's like 7 hours of movie back to back. You got to have nothing going on. And let me tell you, I did last night. Kind of wish Robert De Niro. I think Robert De Niro was originally trying out for the Michael Corleone role that Al Pacino ended up getting. And I mean, I don't know. And he ended up, because of that, being cast as the Vito Corleone as a young man role in Godfather 2. But I think Robert De Niro might have done. I would have liked to have seen his. I think he would have had a scarier. He seems like a more intimidating character than Al Pacino does. But maybe Al Pacino was good in that role because he seems smaller and less outwardly intimidating. But maybe in his, what he makes up for with lack of physical size, he makes up with a certain intensity or almost a frighteningness that such a normal guy that went to the military and was a hero came back and became such a head of the largest mafia family in the country. Am I passing out candy at the hotel? I certainly don't think I'm going to be passing out any candy today. I certainly don't think I'm going to be passing out candy, nor do I have a costume for today, nor am I probably going trick-or-treating with the kids. Yeah, I wish I was. I wish things were different, but their mama's got some cute costumes for them, and their mama lives in a neighborhood where they can do some trick-or-treating. And I think they're better off, and I hate to say it, I'm going to get watery-eyed, but I think they're better off right now on Halloween with their mama. I wish it wasn't that way, but I think it is. I think I'm struggling a lot with that. My little ones seem to be doing real well with their mama. And I'm glad for that, and I'm happy for that, and I'm thankful for that. Yeah. No, it's okay, Highland. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Highland said she's sorry. It's okay. Yeah, thank you, Tara. Peace is joining her kids and her ex. Well, it's great that you're at a good place, Peace, for that. And yeah, hopefully we'll be there someday soon. Hopefully we'll be there someday soon. Hopefully we'll be there someday soon. Yeah. But like a lot of things in life, we have our ups and downs. And, yeah. Yeah. Mississippi Mama Bear. often asked questions about the extended stay, like thinking it's like a retirement community. She asked, do they have an HOA or resident council at the extended stay that plans a Halloween event? Mississippi Mama Bear, it's not quite the way you picture it. I mean, I'm wondering, are you even serious? I had to look you up to see if you were a real person, because you often ask that type of question. Like, we have a little community gatherings and we have little barbecues in the parking lot. It's not quite like that. It's not quite like that. I mean, most people stay here, I don't know, a week. You know, there's no great sense of community at my extended stay. You know, the employees seem nice. But yeah, I don't think there's any events planned at the extended stay. It's kind of funny. What could I do for Halloween? What could I do for Halloween? Yeah. What could I do for Halloween? Maybe I could drink my coffee. Maybe I could have some gratitude and be grateful that my babies, that my ex has nice costumes and is going to take my babies trick-or-treating tonight, and they're going to have a nice time. And be grateful for my coffee. Be grateful for my water. Be grateful for the sleep that I got last night, for the strength in my body, for the positive affirmations that I listened to when I woke this morning and on my walk last night, for the tears in my eyes. Because I don't think, if you don't cry, I think there's something cool about emotions. I think I was born with too many. I get angry, I get sad, I get in love. And I think being super emotional is tough. I think being super emotional is tough. I was talking earlier about, everyone says, oh, you should go do this, you should go do that. On my interview a couple weeks ago, I was on a couple interviews. I don't know how to tone it down and not be me. And, And I told them, I might be a little crazy, but what you might need for this job is a little crazy. And your customers are probably a little crazy. I'm not the safe play. You have the safe. You want to keep doing exactly what you're doing? Hire the type of people that you got. Because I'm not that. You want to change some things, you hire me. And apparently they didn't want to change anything because they didn't hire me. And that's okay. And maybe we just got to keep being us. And maybe if I'm a little bit crazy, maybe that's okay. And maybe we just got to get up and put our shoes on and get our pants on. It's funny, Mississippi Mama Bear asked, what about a cruise line? They appreciate that kind of attitude. Lots of spark plugs on your Nassau cruise or Carnival. I actually saw a job on Viking Cruise Lines and applied for it yesterday. So I think that's interesting you say that. I think that's interesting. And I don't think that'd be for me. And I think, as glorious as it sounds, even being a waiter on the 7 Seas, wherever Viking Cruise Lines goes, still probably wouldn't be home. It still probably wouldn't be home. And I certainly wouldn't be close to my kids. But it's strange you brought that up, Mississippi Mama Bear. Somebody said, what about a cruise line? And I actually saw a job on a cruise line. And applied for it. Well, I gave it a shot. I applied for it. We'll see. I tell you, I think it's neat the ease with which one can apply for a job these days with online stuff. But I think a lot of that makes it a little harder as well to stand out because they put up a job and they might get 1,000 applicants emailed, 1,000 resumes emailed to them. And my resume is my resume. And as far as a waiter resume, it's a pretty good one, I guess. But I don't know if, there's no picture of me going on the resume that would make me stand out in any way. So it's just words on paper. Chugger said I'd make a good flight attendant. No, I wouldn't. I'm terrified of flying. I'm terrified of flying. I get people saying that a lot. I get people saying that a lot. I'm scared of flying. My palms are sweaty just thinking about it. Anytime there's turbulence, I'm pretty sure a wing's about to fall off the plane. When they'd see my terror in my face and go, is something wrong, flight attendant Ken? And I'll go, I sure hope to God not. Can I hold your hand? We're going through rough patches of air. Oh. But anyway, how long have I talked? What time did I get on today? Shed a couple tears. Shared some laughs. I think I'd be a great Uber driver. I Uber part-time in Charlotte. Decent money. Well, that's not a great sales pitch, right? It's not a great sales pitch. Erin says she's the same way with flying. All right, is that Ryan? Decent money. I don't even own a car. And I have a DUI. Might be 2 strikes against me on my Uber driving experience. Hello, mister. I actually applied to Uber a few years ago, or it was the other one, whatever the other one was. And I was really needing money, and I had a nice car, so they were going to pay me a high rate. It was for people that wanted a nice car ride. It was an Audi A6. But there was a piece, you got to go take your car in to get it inspected just so they know it's in good running condition. And my car was in good running conditions, but there was a small piece of rubber out of one of the back tires. And the guy said, hey, well, this won't pass the inspection with this, so you got to get new tires. And the guy doing the inspection works for a car mechanic shop. So he was in a position to sell me a new set of tires, and it would have cost, I don't know, $1,500, and I'm kind of making up that number, to get a new set of tires for my car, to pass the inspection, to get the job that I needed for the money. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, Thursday morning. Yeah, I might be wrong on the tires, but they were more money than I had. Yeah, because I wasn't applying because I had a lot of money. Uh, yeah. Oh, but anyway, it's Thursday morning. It's Halloween. It's still so dark outside today. I mean, is it almost 7 o'clock? Are we switching the clock soon? We better be. Uh, we better be switching the clocks because it's all, we're still getting darker for a month and a half. Looks almost pitch black outside and it's 7 o'clock. You could have told me it was 5 o'clock and I would have believed you. Oh, I wouldn't have believed you because I looked at my watch. Yeah, Ryan said during vehicle inspection his tires needed to be replaced. And Sunday it sounds like we switched the clocks. Do I have subscribers? How is that part going? Good question, Danny. No, I don't. There was a big movement. There was like 5 or 6 people that subscribed to my show about a month ago. And I think those subscribers, it's cost them $5.99 to subscribe to my show. And I think TikTok paid me $3 for that. But honestly, I asked, hey, what do you guys want for subscriber benefits? What do you need? Do you want personal texts? Do you want, how's your sobriety going? Mental health check-ins? And nobody came up with anything they wanted. And I don't want to be a subscriber-based show. I want to be a audience-based show and do my show without you guys having to pay any money and me to generate revenue without you having to subscribe. So that part is not going. And it's really, unless there was some benefit to a subscriber, I don't want you guys spending any money to watch me talk in the morning. So yeah. But the show is growing. And the revenue is growing. And the coffee is delicious. And the sky is dark. And there's a smile on my face despite the tears in my eyes. And the bed was comfortable. And there's a lot to be grateful for, even though sometimes it doesn't seem so obvious. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this Thursday morning. And I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. And I hope your week is going well. And I hope you are feeling good. And I hope you are loving yourself. And I hope you all have the happiest of Halloweens. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.